is a special video where we are going to, meaning me and you're gonna watch, root wigs. And so we're gonna root wigs in two different ways, one with powder and one with a Sharpie. So the first one that we're going to root is this one. This is Motown Tress's Envy wig, and I just did a review on her. I did a review on her specifically because I knew I wanted to put roots on her, and so I wanted to review her straight out of the pack without me doing any customization. What we're gonna do is we're gonna root this wig with a powder. I'm gonna clip this back so that we can get a really nice look at the parting space. And when you root wigs, you can root just around the part, but you can kind of come in and root all in here like your normal hair would be. And this is like, so if you were going to wear this wig, I would actually be wearing a different color wig cap. I would tuck all this in. I might even tack this down a little bit because I wouldn't want any of my natural hair to show, because like you would see it. So when you root it, you don't have to worry about that as much. I also think it takes down, especially with colors like this, the 613, it takes down the fakiness about it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a couple of powders, and here's a bunch of these are all of, not all, but most of my bronzing powders. I do have a bronzer that I feel like would be good for this color wig. So I have this bronzer from Becca. This is the Sunlit Bronzer in Maui Nights, which is like sort of a reddish color bronzer. I'm actually going to swatch them on my hand, and then we'll see what I think I want to do. Because this is sort of sombre, I want to do the roots a little bit like that. So I definitely want it to be like a flat matte, not a shimmery. And then I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette. I actually used up the yellow in this already. I really love this, by the way. And this one is in the Caramel Toffee. So I'm going to use a mix of both. I've clipped my hair back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this toothbrushy type makeup brush, and I'm going to use that. And first I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild, and you want to make sure that you don't just like do a huge stripe. You want it to be like as if your hair was growing. So I'm going to start it right back here, and we're just going to work it in. We're actually going to need a darker one to add in here, which is fine. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a base color. See how this is all different coloring? That's why I'm not just like running it all along. I'm sort of skipping spaces. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of this Maui Nights. A little bit darker. And the nice thing about doing it with powder is, like, if you kind of really mess it up, you can go in and fix it by either washing it, or it'll just wear away. Now once I'm done, I'm going to set it, and I'll show you how to set it, but you don't have to do that. You just know that it'll wear down. Okay, all right, so this is going to be the base. Then we're going to go in with this smaller toothbrushy brush, and I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light because I'm trying to pan this. We're going to start with this middle and then maybe go to this darker color. Okay. So I'm going to add that in. All right, that's not dark enough, so let's go with the darker one. Oh yeah, there we go. See how that's getting it just a little bit darker? So I'm just going to work this through and then intermix with what we already put down. Okay, so you saw I took that middle color from Kat Von D, sort of that auburny color, and I put it even like down to the ends of the ear tabs, because like if your hair's rooted, it's not just rooted right here. So now I feel like we have a base, and now I'm going in with my Pixie by Petra brown know-how. I'm telling you, I absolutely love this thing. Like you can see obviously that I absolutely love this. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I'm gonna go in with some of these darker shades here right against the part. I sort of added darker, but also some of those reddish number 4 tones, 27 tones that you can see in the wig, so that it just like makes more sense. And then I just use this big one just to sort of smooth in the differentiation of colors. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this back down just to see if I have enough, and then I'm going to put powder in the part, which I may pluck open a little bit, and then we'll set it, and I'll show you how to set the color. So I put heat to it, and I'm going to put powder in the part. If you rub your hands on this right now, which I'm not sure why you would, but if you did, oh yeah, there we go. I plucked a little bit from the part, not too much. Because I think it looks great. I'm actually happy with it. I like the dimension that with the multiple colors. I'm gonna put just a little bit of a dark one just a little further back. I missed that. You let me know if you like it, if you think it looks nice the way that I did it. Okay, so now I took heat to it, and now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spray it with freeze spray, and then that should, once it dries, set it so that it won't move. Just like if you were put powder eyebrows and then you basically put that gel in. So I'm going to freeze that all up. And don't forget, I put coloring all in the front too, because to the ear tab, so I'm just going to put that up just like that. And freeze spray it all up. And we'll let that sit. So the nice thing about doing it this way is you can get that sort of color gradation, especially if a wig is lighter colored. I think it just looks more natural. Say you did it too light or too dark or too much, or you decide you just don't want it anymore. Once you wash this wig, like even with it being like freeze sprayed in, it will come out. So it's temporary, semi-permanent. But if you don't mess with the wig, then it won't like come out necessarily. But just so you know, This is more of the temporary, semi-permanent. Or if you want to do like a little bit because you're afraid, and then you want to come back and do a little bit more, this would be the way to do it. All right, I gotta let this chick dry. It's still drying, but it's not super bad, so. Do you see that? Like how much better that looks? I will put a before and after because, like I said, I did a review on this wig, so I have some before pictures. So I will put those in so that you can, here, let me scooch over so I can do sort of a before and after. But even like right there, like that's my natural hair, but I could more blend it in now. Oh yeah, I'm happy with it. Also, by putting all that powder and hairspray on it, it did take away some of the shine too. Just like, you know, it's powder, so just like if you were to put baby powder or dry shampoo in there. Yeah, so that's what she looks like after she's been rooted. Let me know what you think. I like her even better. I definitely am gonna rock this chick. I'm happy with it. I think it looks really pretty. Like I said, I'll try to do a side by side so you can see the difference. But okay, so that's how you root with powder. So I'm gonna get another wig and I will show you how you root with a Sharpie. Okay, so I switched wigs, but I want to get this wig and show you what the final product looks like. I didn't do anything different, but I just, because you can't see it like a bird's eye, so you can see sort of how it dark and gets into that reddish tone. I just think it really makes this wig pop. I'm very happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave her on this wig head. I'm going to spray, I sprayed this pretty good, but I'm going to spray the top and then let it dry overnight so then the powder doesn't come off. So that's what she looks like all finished. So now we're going to talk about rooting a wig with a Sharpie. This is one of my Charisma wigs. I really love their wigs. It's a green wig. It's very comfortable, high quality fibers. I think with roots, I could probably wear this more, so I want to do that and see what happens. If you really look at the coloring, they're super multi-dimensional. So they've sort of like lighter, like they have a 1B a little bit situation peppered in, and then even like a bluish situation. So I am going to root this wig with a Sharpie. So I have my box of Sharpies here. I'm gonna do just like we did with the other one. I'm gonna clip this hair back and really expose that parting where the root would be coming in. I'm gonna do sort of the same thing where I'm going to start with sort of skipping every once in a while, doing a bluish base, and then we'll do a black base, and then maybe add in a little green. We'll see how it looks. So I'm gonna get this thick blue and we're just gonna do one stripe and see what happens. Initially I thought it wasn't showing up, but you can kind of see it. All right, so I'm gonna work this through and then I'm gonna get black. So I see what the problem is. The Sharpie actually is dry. So let me get another blue and let me check it first. This is a nice one. So let's see if that makes, oh yeah, see that's like a total difference. So first tip, you want to use a Sharpie that isn't dry. as you saw, I just rotated the colors, and I also got it like in the front area too, because I think that's really important. I think it's really pretty that you can see a little bit of the blue. I put a little bit of heat to this. I'm gonna pull this down. It does need to be, I would spray it down just to sort of lock that in. I put a little dry shampoo just because I think the wig needed it in general. This is the difference. That's how you root a wig. Now, one like this, you're not gonna notice as much, but I do think that it made a difference. But something that's a little bit lighter, or if you were like it's a blonde and you would go in with a brown or black marker, you're going to see that a lot more. But you can see that this has been rooted. That's how you do it with the Sharpie. Like I said, I'll go in and I can do this. I'm going to go ahead and just spray this just so that it kind of sprays sets the marker in. The other thing is, like, I didn't do this right away. One of the reasons why you shouldn't necessarily do it while you're wearing it, but you can. You just need to, the reason I was pulling it back on my head is just because I was like going ham and I didn't want to get like Sharpie on my face and in my actual hair. Anyway, this is the finished product, and then you saw the other one. Before I'm done, let me put powder in the part because I think it'll make more sense. Yeah, now, yeah. That was what was missing. Yeah. That looks so much cuter. All right, now we are done. So I thank you so much for watching. If there's any like tips and tricks, videos, techniques you would like me to film, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you have, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.